Welcome to the F3 podcast. We discuss all things that pertain to faith, family, and finances. And remember, no subject is off limits. We are your host today. I am Dr. Lionel M. Blair Sr., and I'm sitting next to the glorious, the wonderful, the magnificent, Her Majesty, Her
Jesus.
Imperial Majesty herself. She is the sainted mother.
Um, Welcome
She's the
everybody.
sainted mother herself. Hold on, let me finish.
Oh my
Saint Jasmine the First, Dr. Jasmine Blair. Glory, I felt the anointing on that. I felt glory on
God. Welcome everybody to the F3 podcast.
that.
Listen, if this your first time here, just buckle your seatbelt.
You'll get used to it.
Just hold on. Listen, we welcome everybody. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell in the corner so you'll be notified every time we drop a new episode. And remember, no subject is off limits because we will talk about what your pastor wants. We've got a good topic today, and this is like kind of a serious topic because we are on the verge of an epidemic in the church. We're going to talk about the cancel culture in the church today and the dangers of it, and we're going to just kind of dissect this thing and some of the problems around it. Now, let me be the first to say I want to put this disclaimer out here first. Obviously, there are always bad apples in the mix. Whether we talking about church, whether we talking about politics, whether we talking about entertainment, educate, no matter what we talking about, there's always going to be a bad apple somewhere. All right.
That's right.
No organization is perfect. No church is perfect. There are bad apples, and sometimes bad apples need to be rooted out and they need to be dealt with and handled biblically, accordingly. Now, with that being said, yes, some people are actual danger. Some people are a problem. Some people do need to be called out. Some people do need to be marked and publicly disassociated with. Now, that aside, we have entered a unique space, I believe, in the body of Christ, where it's becoming a norm now to just cancel anybody that you don't like or you don't agree with. You don't like the way they prophesy, they're a false prophet. You don't like how they manifest their gifts of healing and miracles, they're a witch or a warlock or a sorcerer. If you don't like the way that they rebuke the corrected somebody, they're a tyrant and a control freak and they run in a cult.
Come on.
You don't like the way that you got told no or told not to do something. Oh, I got church hurt. I'm going to sit at home and I'm not going to nobody's church. You got an idea for anything and you were told no, not yet or not right now. I'm leaving to the church of the tree. They trying to stop my ministry. This epidemic of victimhood mixed with everybody's false or not really hearing from God because it don't tickle my fancy. We got to stop that.
Yeah.
It's childish. It's immature. And I'm telling y'all, pastors are quitting at a fast rate. Y'all think these schools got a shortage of teachers? Keep playing, and we're going to end up in a space where churches can't find no pastor.
You know, people. I'm gonna say this, and I heard someone say this one time, and it really resonated with me.
Yes,
and I'm going to repeat this again. People normally end up with the leader they deserve.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So if your pastor quit on you, was you a good member? And then you go to another church and you don't get half as much as that pastor gave you. You got the leader you deserve.
Ouch.
You got the leader you deserve because your energy as a member was matched by the pastor that God sat you under.
Jesus, that's a mic drop right there.
You understand? So, again, I'm gonna say this again. You normally get the leader that you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't find a good leader, that's because you're not a good sheep.
Ooh.
You can't find real fathers in the faith, mothers in the faith, because you're not a good son or daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. if you have a distance in your relationship with God, or if it feels distant or whatever, that's because you're the one that's distant, not him.
Mm-hmm.
It's all on you. It's all on the type of person you are, okay, and what you got going on with you. Hello.
Mm.
So before y'all start trying to cancel leadership, you need to be canceling yourself.
Ooh wee.
If the leader want all that right, what attracted you to them to begin with?
Mm.
Is it the fact that they really ain't right, or the fact that you know you were unmerciful towards the humanity with your hypocritical self? Because you just as flawed as they are.
Mm.
Come on. Come on now. We all need the same Jesus at the end of the day. So y'all be canceling folk. Okay. Y'all be canceling folk because y'all don't agree with them. Or you be canceling folk because, oh, they made a mistake and, their mistake became public. Okay. What about the stuff that's private with you?
Oh.
Okay. Well, they cheated on their spouse and you got toys in your closet. Shut
What
up.
Jesus said to the woman at the well, and you got 5 husbands, and the one you
Come
got
on
now ain't even your husband.
And because honestly, during biblical times, consummation,
Mm-hmm.
okay, matrimony came through consummation.
Mm-hmm.
So all the people you done slept with, really, you're married to them until okay. So how many husbands and wives do you have?
And have had in this past calendar year.
Hello, you understand what I'm saying?
Some of y'all got a whole starting basketball team, but you mad at the pastor?
Come on now.
Mm-mm.
Come on now. You can. Well, leaders are held to a higher standard. Yeah, but God ain't called you to hold them to that standard.
Ain't it funny that all the people, well, I don't want to say all, but all of the people who most of the people who tend to have these kind of complaints are aspiring leaders themselves who ain't doing right. If leaders are held to a higher standard and you're aspiring to be in leadership, shouldn't you act right now? Like, if that's what you're saying, then you're doing the same thing, or you're doing something similar, or something that is the biblical equivalent to not being a good thing. How you figure you gonna be the solution and the replacement?
Some of you quick to fight folk and cuss folk out. You're quick to want to you are quick to cut folk off. You don't reconcile with nobody, and the reconciliation is a commandment in the Bible. But we're not gonna go there today. You've never reconciled with nobody,
right?
You have never restored nobody. Okay, all you do is complain about what you think is right and wrong with the church.
And you ain't never sat on a committee.
You're the most critical.
You ain't never helped.
Right. Exactly. And you're the most critical.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? And you was just on Pornhub the other day.
Oh.
No, that's what they do. Because like I said before in one of our previous podcasts, the Saints are horny, and y'all don't have no self-control. So you got that going on. You full of unforgiveness. You can't you can't forgive your mama, your daddy, or your mom and dad is unrepentant, and you still deal with them. But anyway, that's a whole different podcast too. The point is, you want to counsel everybody else. You want to counsel them because of their mistakes, or because
everybody
you don't like
the church,
or you don't like what they preach,
right?
Or you don't like who their spiritual father or mother is. You're dumb, just as dumb. You don't know Bible. Well, if they covering ain't right, they can't be right. You are a jackass. You have not read the Bible. Okay. Have you read about Eli and Samuel?
Come on, because his covering was all types of wrong.
His spiritual father was jacked up.
He was raised up so prophetically accurate. It said from Dan to Beersheba, none of his words fell to the ground. He was prophesying just so accurate, coming up under that crooked leader.
Eli historically was the head of the school of the prophets. Eli was that's right. Historically, the Bible may not say it, but history says it. But anyway, so he was the head of the school of prophets. That's how Samuel inherited it. So Samuel had, he may not have been all right in his administration, but he had the wisdom and the competence to raise Samuel
He raised
as a
Samuel,
prophet,
right?
and he had the rank to raise him. And even when God told Samuel that, I'm trying not to preach up here. Even
Go ahead. And be all right.
even when God told Samuel what he was going to do to Eli's house, it had to tell Eli. He didn't want to tell him at first, but Eli forced him to tell him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eli was like, "Well, so be it unto the Lord," or
Get
whatever.
a little
And
smug, arrogant answer.
but see, Samuel didn't try to leave either. He just did his portion. You understand what I'm saying? So stop saying that because somebody's leader ain't right in your eyes, that somebody they got to abandon their leader, abandon their spiritual father. There's a couple of leaders. I ain't gonna say no names. My wife ain't gonna let me say no names up here.
No,
But because y'all know me, I call names. But there's a couple of leaders out there in the deliverance field. One of them's black, one of them's white. Black and white, right?
Go ahead now.
I was surprised when he did it to the white woman, but anyway, so what?
You're stressing me. Go ahead.
So like, they try to bring accusations against their ministry. They found out these people, they got some fruit. They get some results and deliverance and some miracles and stuff like that. So when they could not, really penetrate their personal integrity, they started attacking who their spiritual fathers were.
Mm-hmm.
So then it was like, well, your spiritual father did this. You didn't denounce him. Who in their right mind is going to denounce the person that built them from nothing?
Now, see, pause right there.
This y'all cancel culture right there, because y'all be doing that.
How would you feel if your pastor denounced you every time you did something?
Come on.
If every time you didn't show up to church on time, no, you late, I can't deal with you. Every time you was in the office telling your business, no, I can't deal with you. Every time you found yourself in a situation or somebody complained on you or lied on you, no, you can't be a member here. You too problematic. You got too much drama going on. You would raise all types of HE double hockey sticks if somebody treated you like that. The pastor put you out over every little, canceled you, and it really was trying to stop your ministry at every little turn because of just frivolous things. You be mad, you be calling a person a tyrant, you be saying they're unfair, they don't have the love of God. But see, are you the type of member, like you said, because people get the pastor they deserve? Are you the kind of member that is equivalent to the kind of pastor or leadership that you're expecting?
Come on.
A lot of y'all ain't. You ain't. And that's part of the problem.
Ain't.
You want to be treated a certain way. You want to be handled with white glove service when it comes to your call and your development and being a part of a ministry. But let your pastor sneeze wrong and I don't think I can stay here.
I can't sit under
this. This is just not appropriate. That's unprofessional to sneeze like that. I got to go here.
I can't sit under that. Mm-mm. That's mess. I ain't gonna sit under that. Okay, and God judged the situation. He exposed your heart, your pastor's heart. Your heart just a junkie,
if not more junkie.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah. Some of y'all don't have the right to cancel these people.
Mm-mm. Let's go there. Let's go there. We got to pause right there. Yeah. Because what qualifies some of y'all to actually be the voice of canceling?
Come on.
Let me say that again. What qualifies some of y'all to actually be the voice of canceling? Half of y'all ain't even barely held the door, nevertheless pastor somebody's church. Mm-hmm. You don't have any type of degree. You've never been in anybody's little discipleship program successfully. You ain't even got a little certificate for the new members class.
Right.
You haven't really pursued any type of degree or any type of certification in ministry. Come on now. You've never even been an assistant pastor. I find that most of the people, now you do have some that comes from peers, and I'm going to let you touch on that next. But most of the canceling energy comes from people who aren't even qualified to be a deacon. Mm-mm. You aren't even qualified to wait tables in the church. But you want to cancel somebody that's internationally ministering.
Right.
How?
Right. if you're not in my office, you don't have a right to speak against it. Because you don't know what it's like.
They don't even let you do the announcements, but you want somebody to be canceled. Like how?
They wouldn't even bring you in their pulpit.
You don't even get to bring the little sheets and the little oil up to the altar. Like
you are what they call a lay member, and some of y'all call yourselves apostles and prophets. You ain't no more than a lay member.
You don't even get to hand out the programs at the door.
Can't even be trusted to urge you.
Mm-mm.
So here's the thing.
You don't even get to pass out the fans. Like, come on now. All right, go ahead.
So let me say this now. Let me say this because see now I got to take it biblically, right? People would say, well, the Apostle Paul spoke judgment and he canceled for within his jurisdiction. Read your Bible.
Oh.
Within Paul's jurisdiction, he had the right to judge as he saw fit.
Yeah.
Y'all be judging people you have no relationship with, or they don't submit to you, or they don't come to you for accountability in a mentorship capacity. So therefore, you have no right. You can disagree all day long, but you do not have the right to cancel people, okay, that are not in your jurisdiction. You understand what I'm saying?
See,
now
you done sneezed wrong.
Right. Sneezed wrong. It's a demon. It's a demon. Look at that devil coming out of him. No, my nose was just itching. So, and I've been holding that sneeze for a while. So the thing about it is, no, I just had to let the people know.
Go ahead.
But now, when your ministry becomes a broader body issue, okay, then you bring the council of apostles together, okay, and that person needs to come as well, okay, and make a defense of their ministry like Paul and Barnabas did when it came to the ministry of the Gentiles, okay, and then and see, here's the thing, y'all are creating tribunals before you do round tables and councils.
Jesus.
You already want to pass sentence on somebody. How dare you? A lot of you, your lives are going to be shortened. Your ministry is going to be cut off, and God going to touch your money if you don't stop doing this foolishness. Y'all are coming against ministries and mantles you don't understand.
And no, ain't nobody cursing y'all. This in the book.
It's in the book. You understand what I'm saying? So here it is. The Gentiles are receiving the Holy Spirit, right? And that was new to the Jews because most of the apostles were Jewish men. And there was a lot of Jewish Christians being, the first saved people were Jewish people. So then now God bringing Gentiles into the fold. So then, okay, they said, well, it seemed good to the Holy Ghost and to us. You understand? A lot of y'all have not even had a round table, okay, to really bring these guys in and really let them explain their point. You put them in a position to where now they have to defend their ministry.
Yep. And
defend themselves. So a lot of y'all, when I reached out to so-and-so, and I reached out to so-and-so, and, I reached out to so-and-so. Yeah, but you already coming in a critical spirit.
Did you reach out to them and get an understanding before you publicly criticize it? Because I'm going to be honest. If I happen to check my email or my messenger and I see somebody reaching out, but you've been on the internet bashing me for the last couple of weeks, first of all, I'm not even responding.
Bashing or posting subliminal. I'm gonna tell you go to hell. I'm gonna tell you go to hell. That's what I'm gonna do. And you can screenshot and post it. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you go to hell.
I'm not responding. You're going to be left on read or seen or whatever the platform says.
Oh no, I'll let you know I saw it.
I'm not even going to say anything because you cannot bash somebody and then try to get an understanding later after you've already generated all this negative publicity around them, negative opinions, because all your little minions are following your every beck and call. But the fact that you didn't even try to talk to the person, if I get on the internet and I see that you've been talking about me, you've been making whole videos about me, you've been saying everything but my name, but then now you want to get an understanding, I'm not going to say anything.
But you want to know what the real issue is, though?
Or you might get a please leave me alone. Go ahead.
You wanna know what the real issue is though?
What's that?
Is that some of these people start pulling on their crowds.
Ooh.
I'm exposing today. Yes, I am. It's all about numbers. So when a man or woman of God comes on the scene and they operating in an unusual authority or manifestations or whatever, and the people that are more faithful to your crowd.
Oh, sneeze wrong again.
Must be something in the air. But the people that are more faithful to your crowds now start talking about them, and they're getting a crowd. See, it's a business because see now that's pulling away from your revenue.
That's what it is.
That's pulling away from your revenue. See. Some people. One thing I've noticed about some of this tribalism stuff is you can have tribes that are more kin to others, but you know where your tribe is. So someone can be in my apostolic tribe or part of the people that follow me, but they can fellowship over here and over there and over there, but they're going to come back here, right? But then if you see someone being pulled over here and they're operating is just as good, if not probably with a greater measure in certain instances in the same thing, and they're being pulled over there, now you have to check that out. Because see, you fellowshipping with them over here ain't gonna pull from your camp. When you start seeing people get influenced, now everybody looking with a critical eye. Everybody looking with a critical eye now. Because certain people y'all should be talking about, you not. Oh, I said what I said. And the only reason why you ain't talking about them, and you talking about they ain't nothing, but they pulling, they deceiving hundreds of thousands of people, but you ain't gonna say them about them because they're not deceiving your people. But see, when someone else started grabbing the attention of the people that you're leading because you're insecure, now, oh, I gotta look and see. Oh, he prophesied like that. Oh, he prophesied like the African prophets. He automatically a false prophet. If he call out a name or a street address, he's a false prophet. Or if I can't find nothing with him or her, now let's look at their spiritual father. He casts out devils like that. That ain't God. That ain't God. He's a false apostle. He's a false prophet. That automatically makes you're automatically false because you sit under somebody else's false. Y'all are a bunch of jackasses. I'm so glad I'm not a part of none of this stuff. I don't know what to do.
It's
because
too much.
All of them that do that, though, they talk about each other. And I know you do. I know y'all talk about each other.
Seeing it.
Y'all talk about each other like a dog.
Y'all be congratulating people when people be leaving people ministries and fellowship just as messy.
People that you was on the same lineup with, people that you posted videos of them prophesying to you a few years earlier. Okay, and then the leaders that leave, okay, their organization or their ministry, now you want to pick them up and put them on a flyer.
They treat it like a chess game, and it's disgusting because these are people's lives.
See, this is what I see this.
If I be lifted up, all men will be drawn unto me. That's what Jesus said. That's what you should be focused on. Instead of worrying about canceling somebody, just continue to lift up Jesus. People not stupid. They'll know where they need to be. And if the Lord lead them to come over that way, fine. But your responsibility isn't to be canceling other leaders. Your responsibility is to be lifting up Jesus Christ and edifying the body.
Yeah, man. Y'all are a trip. Y'all are a trip.
There's enough kingdom work to do.
There's enough kingdom work.
More than enough.
And enough people that need Jesus. Enough people that need to be delivered. Okay. There's enough people sitting up in these dried up dead churches. And enough people that's unsaved. Okay. Get them. But stop recycling each other's sons and daughters and stuff like that. Talking about God growing your network. And all y'all on the same flyers with each other. All y'all on the same flyer with each other, and then you cancel anybody else that don't come up under or come into communion with, or decide to abandon their own leaders and to come into alignment with y'all cliques. Because even some of y'all that's so-called on the front line, you abandon your spiritual fathers and mothers. I said it. To connect with another opportunist, because you're an opportunist, you connect with another opportunist, okay, with a bigger name and a bigger platform, and all you had to do was come into the right environment and sow a seed. And a lot of y'all call yourselves fathers. Y'all not fathering nobody. Y'all sons and daughters are just as wild out here. I ain't saying control nobody or control nobody's ministry or anything like that, but y'all sons and daughters be just as wild, and you don't say nothing. Oh, we don't control. You ain't a father. What's wrong with y'all? And then if you have sons and daughters that have a different expression of the faith than you, then you want to ostracize them. I know what y'all do. I know what y'all do. And some of y'all that want to do the cancel culture, some of y'all ain't clean. Some of y'all ain't clean. Okay.
Some of y'all been in more beds than these bed bugs.
For real. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I just, I ain't in that camp. I don't expose nobody's secrets or nothing. But, there's a reason why I'm not in none of these camps out here. And I respect every man and woman of God for who they are in their respective places. I respect you. If I see you, hey, God bless you, apostle, prophet, man and woman of God, whoever. I ain't gonna tell you what I know about you. Okay. But God bless you.
And that's a good point right there, because a lot of people do not like people that they've never met because of what's been said, what's been heard.
And listen.
And here's a quick lesson on integrity for some of y'all. You got to take this stuff with a grain of salt. Listen, if you haven't met somebody, keep it on the back burner, but get to know the person for who they are.
That's what I do. I've spoken to people that I've heard stuff about, and I'm just like, well, I mean, if it happened back then, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. It's not my business. That's between them and God. I'm not gonna sit up here and throw you away and demonize you and stuff like that. I don't know what processes God is working out in your life.
Absolutely. Well, I guess that is the closing remarks. Y'all tell us down in the comments what you think. We definitely want to hear from you. Listen, be sure to follow us over on IG at King and Queen Blair. And until next time on the F3 podcast. Goodbye.